Hello, students. Greetings to you all. Hope you all are safe and doing good. I welcome you all to our science class. I hope everyone have written your midterm exam well. So we had 1 week gap in between, right? So many would have forgotten what was the latest video we did. So just to refresh, we'll recap those lessons in this video. So before that, we'll move on to the motivational quote for the week. Don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do, said by John Wooden. Yes, my dear students, effort makes you strong. You will regret someday if you don't do your best now. Don't think it's too late, but keep working on it. It may take time, but there's nothing that gets worse due to practice. So, practice well. You may get depressed, but it's evidence that you are doing good. With this quote, we'll move on to the recap session. Yes, we started with a new chapter, which is Unit 19, Plant Physiology. And the topic was movements in plant. And we concluded that plants also show movements like human beings and animals, right? And we saw two types of movements. One is tropism and another one is the nastic movements. So first we'll deal with the tropism in plants. It is an unidirectional movement, and we had five types of tropism, which is phototropism, geotropism, hydrotropism, thigmotropism, and chemotropism. As the name suggests for phototropism, photo means it is light. So movement due to light is known to be phototropism, and movement due to gravity is known to be geotropism, and movement due to water is known to be hydrotropism. Movement due to touch is known to be thigmotropism, and movement due to chemicals is known to be chemotropism. And the second movement is nastic movement. It is a non-directional movement, and we had three classification under nastic movements. What are they? Photonasty, thigmonasty, and thermonasty. Photonasty movement due to light, and thigmonasty movement due to touch, and thermonasty it is movement due to temperature. So can we give some examples under the nastic movement classification? The best example for photonasty would be the morning glory. Yes, right, we saw in previous video morning glory. As the light gets brighter, it blooms. Yes, and second one is thigmonasty. The best example for thigmonasty would be mimosa pudica, which is touch me not plant, and the Venus flytrap plant is the best example for thigmonasty. And when it comes to thermonasty, the best example would be tulip flowers. The tulip flowers blooms as the temperature increases. So these are the best examples for photonasty, thigmonasty, and thermonasty. And so we'll move on to today's class. The topics to be concentrated in this session are photosynthesis and transpiration. Only these two topics we are going to deal in today's class, and with this video we'll be completing Unit 19, Plant Physiology. So listen to this class, students. These two topics are very important. Let me ask you a question. How do plants prepare their own food? Do you know how plants prepare their own food? You are eager to know it, right? Yes. Here's a small boy is also eager to know how plants prepare its own food. So I hope everyone likes to watch a short film, right? So this short film, a 4-minute video. So watch this carefully. This boy, how he finds how plants prepare its own food. This is what this video depicts. So watch it carefully, and you may also get the answer for it. Yes. So that boy finally found the answer that how plants prepare its own food. Do you also found the answer? Yes. Plants prepare their own food by the process known as photosynthesis. As the name suggests, photo means light and synthesis means to build. So let's put up in a small definition. So photosynthesis means building up with the help of light. Yes, and green plants are autotrophic in their mode of nutrition because they prepare their own food through a process called photosynthesis. And during this process, light energy gets converted into chemical energy. And in this video, we saw, right, and equation for photosynthesis? Yes. So this is the equation of photosynthesis. The final product we want is a glucose, right? And we saw what all requirements needed for photosynthesis: carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, and chlorophyll. These are the four requirements we needed for photosynthesis. And for this equation to get stabilized, the glucose formula we know that C6H12O6. C6H12O6 is the glucose formula. And since we know carbon dioxide formula CO2 and water formula H2O, to balance this equation, we are adding a number 6 before these two equations. Okay. So when you add it here for glucose, we have C6. So 6 carbon atoms, right? Here also here C. C into 6, which gives 6 carbon atoms. And next we'll move on to the hydrogen atom. It has 12. So hydrogen is present in water, right? And it says as H2. So 6 into 12 gives, 6 into 2 gives 12. Thus we finally got H also 12. So thus we can balance the equations. For balancing the equation, we can put the values in front of the molecules. Am I making it clear, students? Yes. So this is the equation of photosynthesis. And what are the requirements needed for photosynthesis? As we discussed, the main requirement is first is a chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is nothing but a green pigment in leaves. And the second requirement is, yes, of course, a water, H2O. And the third requirement is carbon dioxide. And the fourth one is very essential, which is sunlight. So these four requirements are needed for photosynthesis. So, yes, now let us demonstrate a simple experiment to show that transpiration takes place in plants. Take a medium-sized potted plant, cover it with a polythene bag and tie its mouth at the base of the stem with thread. Mark this polythene bag as A, okay? Next to the potted plant, place an empty polythene bag and tie the mouth with a thread. Mark this polythene bag as B. Expose the setup to the sunlight for an hour. Yes, keep it this for 1 hour, and after an hour, you will see that drops appear inside the polythene bag A, and the polythene bag B does not show any water droplets in it. So from this, we can conclude that the leaves give out water vapors. Due to condensation of the water vapors, tiny drops of water get collected inside the polythene bag A. This experiment shows that plants give out water to the atmosphere through the process known as transpiration. So, hope it was clear to you. So, this would be your activity. You are going to try it at your home. So, try it out. Okay, students? Yes. So the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant body is called as transpiration. The leaves have tiny microscopic pores called stomata, right? Yes, the small openings on the underside of leaves are called stomata. So yes, these are the gas exchange. Stomata inhales carbon dioxide and it exhales water vapors. Okay, so this is the gas exchange takes place in stomata. So let's move on to the structure of stomata. When it comes to structure of stomata, we we are having these cells. Okay, we have cell wall, we have chloroplast, we have guard cell, we have vacuole, and we have nucleus. So water evaporates through these stomata, okay? And each stomata is guarded by a guard cell. Okay, it is surrounded by a guard cell, and these guard cells help in regulating the rate of transpiration by opening of stomata and closing of stomata. So this is how a stomata looks when it opens, and this is how a stomata looks when it closes. So this guard cell mainly plays a vital role in stomata, which helps in regulating the rate of transpiration by opening and closing of stomata. Yes, students. So let's move on to the types of transpiration. We have three types of transpiration. So first type is cuticular transpiration. So what is meant by cuticle? Cuticle is nothing but it is a wetty substance placed above the epidermis, and it protects the plant cell as well. So the loss of water through the cuticle is known as cuticular transpiration. So the first type of transpiration is cuticular transpiration. The second type of transpiration is lenticular transpiration. You would have seen small pores in apple, right? See, this is a apple. You would have seen the small tiny pores, right? So this pores are called as lenticels. It is called as lenticels. You would have seen in woody stem also, like this pores. So these pores are called as lenticels. And the loss of water in the form of water vapor taking place to the lenticels present in woody stem and fruits. This type of transpiration is known as lenticular transpiration. So the second type is lenticular transpiration. The final and the third type of transpiration is stomatal transpiration. We have seen the structure of stomata, right? Yes. Stomata are minute pores confined to epidermis of green shoot and leaves. So the transpiration is known to be stomatal transpiration. So this is the third type of transpiration, which is stomatal transpiration. So what are the three types we saw? First is cuticular transpiration, second is lenticular transpiration, and the third one is stomatal transpiration. And this stomatal transpiration accounts for 90 to 95 percentage of water transmitted from leaves. Yes. And why transpiration is necessary? Do you know any reason? Yes, I'll tell. The first reason would be it creates a pull in a leaf and stem. The first reason why a transpiration is necessary is it creates a pull in leaf and stem. The second reason is it creates an absorption force in roots. It creates an absorption force in roots. And third reason is it is necessary for continuous supply of minerals. And the last reason why the transpiration is necessary is it regulates the temperature of the plant. So these are the four reasons which tells why transpiration is necessary. And when it comes to exchange of gases, do plants need oxygen? Yes, plants need oxygen as well. They require carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, but they need oxygen for respiration process. And plants obtain the gases they need through their leaves, and stomata plays a vital role in exchanges of gases. So that's it for today's class, my dear students. So let us summarize what we learned in today's class. So first one, plants prepare their own food through the process called photosynthesis. And what are the requirements needed for photosynthesis? We saw four requirements. What are they? Chlorophyll, water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. Yes. And we saw the equation of photosynthesis, which is 6CO2 plus 6H2O gives C6H12O6 plus 6O2, which is nothing but carbon dioxide plus water gives glucose and oxygen. So this is the equation of photosynthesis. And next we saw about the transpiration. So what is the transpiration? The loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant body called as transpiration. And we saw three types of transpiration, right? What are they? First one is cuticular transpiration, second one is the lenticular transpiration, and third one is the stomatal transpiration. Hope the topics which covered today was clear to you. Yes, students? So for the follow-up work, you are going to do a small activity which I've already mentioned in the video. So you're going to do this activity. Yes, have a potted plant, cover it with a polythene bag and mark it as A, or just keep it. Okay, you can differentiate, right? And another pot with no plant but just cover it with a polythene bag like this. After 1 hour from the sunlight, take a picture of it and just upload it in Google Classroom. This shows the process of transpiration. Plants show process of transpiration. Okay, please do this activity. Please take a picture of it and upload it in Google Classroom. Am I making it clear, students? Yes. So that's it for today's class. Thank you so much, students. Stay home and stay safe.